Welcome to BTech. It's Basil here, taking a look at the Sony Xperia Z2, the successor to the hugely popular Z1. Now, what made the Z1 so cool was its 20.7 megapixel camera sensor, and that's seen its way over to the Z2. But the Z2 packs a bigger display, 5.2 inches instead of 5 inches, and IPS technology instead of Sony's tried and tested old school TFT technology. We're really happy about this, but there are a few other changes. So let's start by talking about the design of this phone. For starters, you can see we've got the purple version. It's available in black, white, and purple. Taking a look around, you've got on the right hand side a micro SD card slot underneath a flap with a power button and a volume rocker, as well as a 2-stage camera button. Now the camera button feels significantly better than that of the Z1 Compact and also the Z1 from first impressions, so that's quite a nice touch. Down at the base, you've got drilled holes for a speaker and a lanyard connector, as well as a power dock connector. On the left side, you've also got another flap in which you'll find a micro USB port and a micro SIM tray. Closing all that up, they are under flaps in case you didn't know, for weatherproofing purposes, so waterproof and dust resistant. Up at the top is that 3.5mm headphone jack. This thing ships with a set of headphones that actually cancels up to 90% or 98% of background noise. Sorry about that. On the reverse, 20.7 megapixel camera, LED flash, NFC 0.4 contactless touching, Sony logo and an Xperia logo. So Sony has hundreds of one-touch pairing NFC devices. Unsurprising that this is one of them. Taking a look at that screen, 5.2 inches, so the same size as the LG G2, IPS panel, so really nice, decent viewing angles, decent sharpness as well. You're not really compromising too much on that front. We'd much rather have this display technology than the higher pixel count in the Xperia Z1. If we take a look at the user interface, it's also seen a revision, only a slight one. Having said that, jumping into the notifications tray, for example, we can see up at the top you've got notifications and quick settings options. Tap through on quick settings and you can even edit these directly from here, saving you having to go into your applications menu. Sorry, your settings menu, for example. It also leaves the notifications panel to have more notifications on there. The Xperia Z2 keeps the same tried and tested applications tray, and you've also got the arrangement of options as well on the left hand side. If we tap through onto the multitasking pane, you can close all or just view your open applications, and you've also got your small apps too. Long pressing on the home screen will bring up a very traditional option of widgets, apps, wallpapers, themes. Tapping through on themes though is slightly different. You can tap plus and you can add more themes on here. Now, where Sony really says everything is new and fresh and funky is when it comes to the camera. Despite having the same physical sensor in there, they've improved the digital image stabilization, the steady shot, and you've also got 4K video shooting too. What's really nice is if you shoot 4K, you can actually pinch into the 4K picture and keep a full HD image at zoomed in levels of quality. If we scroll down, we can also see some AR effects. Have a Spider-Man AR effect option, which isn't on this version, unfortunately, and there's also a background defocus app. So for example, if we wanted to take a picture of our camera, tap through on that, take the picture, it'll take it, blur out the background, and it will give us an option to control just how blurry that background is based on the point of focus. So just nice little touches, and you can choose whether you have a radial blur, linear blur, etc, etc. So all in all, it's got some nice touches. First impressions are that it's not going to be a worthy upgrade to the Z1, but it definitely will be a nice bump up from the Xperia Z before it. Internals include a Snapdragon 801 processor, as well as 3 GB of RAM, 16 GB on-board memory, expandable by micro SD card. And we're guessing you've also got a larger battery in here, but Sony hasn't given us the capacity just yet. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have any questions about the Sony Xperia Z2, please fire them in the comments section below if you're watching this on YouTube. Make sure you head over to btech.com where you can read our full first impression. At the top of the screen is where you can find 3 hand-picked videos for your viewing pleasure. On the bottom left is where you can subscribe, and on the right hand side you can check out our exclusive deals over at btech.com.